Hi everyone, my name is Liza and I'm a student at Bournemouth University who moved here from abroad a couple years ago. So today I will talk to you about my living experience in Bournemouth, the prices for student accommodations provided by BU versus accommodations provided by private companies, and some tips about budgeting for the week, how I do it myself and what you could do to manage your costs for living as a student here. So let's get started with the video. Last year, when I had just moved to Bournemouth, I stayed at Kaplan Living, which is an accommodation provided by BU International College. The good part about it is that it's decently priced, it's at Lansdowne, which is one of the main student accommodation areas, so you're connected to pretty much everything, and it is guaranteed to you when you just get accepted into BU International College. However, this year I booked a place in Chesil House, and I've been staying here for the entire year long. It's June when I'm recording this video, and I really enjoyed my staying here. So the main reasons why I like Chesil House is because I have big room by myself, I have my own bathroom, and I share a pretty large kitchen area with my flatmates. We only live as 6 people in one flat, so it's enough space for everyone. It's also very close to the city center, around 15-minute walk away from the beach, so it's a very good located place. If you want to book another student accommodation around the same price, I would also suggest Purbeck or Cranbourne House as good options. However, BU has more expensive accommodations, which are slightly better furnished, and these are Dorchester House and Bailey Point. I am a pretty sociable person, so I really enjoy staying with other flatmates because we get to chat while in the kitchen, while cooking in the evenings. But if you prefer being more secluded and maybe more private from other people, then I recommend booking a private accommodation, provided not by BU, but some private accommodation companies. There is a difference in pricing, however, which I will talk about more a bit later on in this video, but be prepared that if you book a private accommodation provided not by BU, most probably you would need to pay slightly higher expenses per week. So in Chesil House, I pay around £164 per week, which is including a bus pass and all of the student services in the accommodation. The prices for private accommodations would be slightly more expensive, as mainly they have not in suite but full studios with kitchen included, and they range around from £200 to, I would say, £250 or even £270 if you live on upper floors. These accommodations include Artisan, Skyline and others around Lansdowne Point and in the city centre. Now let's get into budgeting. As I've mentioned before, I spent around £164 per week for my accommodation, and then around £40 to £60, usually around £50, onto my groceries expenses. I used to go to Asda, which is a pretty good place to get groceries from, as it's really close to all the accommodations, and I would spend around this budget there. However, if I wanted to save, I used to often go to Lidl, which is slightly further from accommodations, but it has a lot of great deals for food. This year, however, I mainly switched to ordering food delivery service once a week, which delivers you all the groceries pre-packed and measured, and then you just need to cook. I will not mention any specific service, but there is Gusto, HelloFresh, and many others which you can Google if you want to get a similar sort of service per week. And it also rounds up to around £50. I don't really buy a lot of clothes. If I do it from vintage markets, and there are a lot of great places for that in Bournemouth to save a little bit. Apart from that, I usually spend around £30 on going out for breakfast with my friends, coffee, and I also pay for my horse riding lessons as I am part of an equestrian society at BU. In the next part of this video, I will talk about how I actually save money in my week and manage to budget my finances successfully. So what are the ways to save money as a student? First of all, as I mentioned previously, there is a bus pass which will save you around sometimes £8 per day, which is quite a lot if you count it up to a week or a month. Apart from using a bus pass, I would also recommend you always having your own coffee cup with you. I go to coffee shops quite a lot, and it always saves me around 30 to 50p each time when I use my own cup instead of a plastic one. And that also helps the environment. As well as that, I usually bring my BU student card with me because many places such as Esquire's Coffee or South Coast Coffee in the city center have student discounts for drinks. When it comes to nights out in the clubs, I usually use my A-list. This costed me around £30 per year, and I get a free entrance every Wednesday before a certain time, like 11 p.m, with my Equestrian Society. I also get discounts at many sport bars and other places, such as even shops, in the town center, so really recommend it. If you want to get further discounts, I would also look up Student Beans or Unidays because these are applications that have special codes for all the students all over the UK, and you can get discounts on coach or train tickets, some meal deals, and many other stuff. When it comes to groceries, I also recommend getting Tesco Club cards, Asda and Little Rewards cards, and that can really save you a lot of money if you do your groceries regularly. So that was it from me today. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I really hope it will help you in future budgeting when you move here to Bournemouth. And I really hope that I gave you some useful advice today. Bye!
It helps